9:41 a.m. We'll have to wrap up just shortly after 9:50. We have specialist investigator into serious violent and serious economic crime standing by to talk to us. He is Mr. Mike Bolhuis. But let's just put a bit of background information to why we're talking about him, why we're talking to him this morning. Over the past 2 days here in South Africa, we've heard of any parents or any family's worst nightmare ever imaginable, and that is the kidnapping of your loved one. And as far as the Moti family in Polokwane is concerned, I don't know them. I've never met them. I don't know them personally. However, our hearts and prayers go out to them, because this family has truly and are currently undergoing their worst nightmare ever imaginable. Their 4 sons have been kidnapped. Their ages are between 16 to 15, and these boys were kidnapped on their way to school. I've had 2 sleepless nights. I kid you not. I do not know the family, but I have had 2 sleepless nights over this matter. My husband and I were discussing, and I kept saying to him that I can't begin to imagine what the parents are going through. My husband then said to me, "But Julie, just begin to think, what are those kids going through? What's going through their minds? Are they being well taken care of? We must make dua, inshallah, till these little angels are reunited with their family, that they are not hurt in any way or form whatsoever." And I think in our shock and horror when the story broke and when we covered the story, there are certain people who may feel that the questions we posed to the family lawyer or the family spokesperson were possibly insensitive maybe, or too forthright. But I think it's in our zest in trying to get to the bottom of what's going on, and for the family to know that we are praying so hard as a collective community to truly be reunited with their loved ones in good health, inshallah. So, as a mother, I don't even know what to say next. I honestly and truly don't know, because I don't, if I am this pained by that family's traumatic event, I can't even begin to imagine what that family is going through. But just know, the Moti family, that the entire South Africa and the global community who have heard about this news, they are all praying very fervently for you to be reunited with your loved ones. Having said that, we also know that 17 missionaries in Haiti have been captured, and there's a ransom that's been put out. The kidnappers are asking for $1 million for each captured missionary. And then 2 days ago, also in Roma Street in Robertsham, a builder by the name of Hussein Ahmed Esak has also been kidnapped, and yesterday a Chinese national here in South Africa was kidnapped in Johannesburg. So this seems to be getting totally out of hand. Law enforcement, where are you? Why are you not doing your job? Has criminality come to this level? Mike Bolhuis, good morning, welcome to the program. It's so sad to be talking to you under these crazy, sick conditions.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity, and we are used to this. This is, in our opinion, a higher and a more severe level than the normal kidnappings, because it involves children. And not only a child, but 4 children. So yes, thank you for the opportunity. You may ask me questions and I'll answer them.
So, Mike, what do people do? How do they go about? And crime has gone totally beyond the realm of ridiculous proportions. And you know, if people tell me things like it's the poorest of the poor, they're desperate, they're hungry, and that's why they resort to crime, but not crimes of such a heinous nature where you kidnap children, where you take children away from their parents, for innocent children who haven't hurt a fly in their lives, and you disrupt, and I can't even begin to imagine, and you put this family under these conditions. I can't imagine what the family is going through. I just pray for them. I just pray and I don't stop praying for them. What pushes criminals to this level?
Well, you have, in your two statements, you've said it very well, and you've pictured the severity of the crime. So I will take it a step further by explaining that crime begets crime. If a crime is committed in a community or in a country, and the criminal can do the crime and can get away with it, he will do it again, and it will escalate. Not only that, crime begets crime. In other words, if a person commits a crime and there's another person that is prone to committing crime, sees that that crime works, he joins. So you get more criminals when crime works and when they get away with it. So kidnapping has been in the last years with so many other crimes. It's not only kidnapping. Everything has escalated. Violent crimes has escalated. Hits on well-known and normal and family members has escalated, etc., etc. But if you look at specifically kidnappings, it has escalated as well. And it's done because they can and can get away with it. However, it is a more sophisticated crime. You need intelligence, you need information. So these kidnappers has most probably planned this, and it is kidnappers. It is a group. They work in a group. Has most probably drawn any form of information pertaining the family. In other words, they would know exactly what their finances is and their financial capability, and it is for finances. I can tell you now, this kind of kidnapping is not because there's a dispute between a husband and wife, or there's a dispute amongst the families, or this, that, or the other. This is for money and money alone. So they will, if they haven't already, confront the money and say, listen, you'll have the kids back, and this is what we want. So the information pertaining the family, their whereabouts, how the kids go to school, what, where, when, and how, everything between and about the families, what, where, when, and how much, everything would be investigated thoroughly by the criminals, and then they will have a plan of action, and then they would kidnap the kids. They would not necessarily harm the kids because, as you very well said, the kids are totally innocent and they have not committed a crime whatsoever, and they are the valuable item in the hands of the criminal. So they sit with the most valuable item on earth to any other human, to a human being, a father, a mother, and family members, and that is the children. And they know that. And they
Absolutely.
will use that.
I think any mother, I often say it. I often say it, Mike, that, for the safety of my child, I would even give away my right arm, so to speak. And that's how we value our loved ones. That's how we value our children.
Correct.
So yet, I say it yet again, we pray so hard as a community to give this family strength and to be reunited sooner rather than later with their little boys, their 4 boys. But what is it that we do going forward, Mike, to mitigate becoming targets of this type of crime?
Well, I'm sure that the family and the support and the media and everybody that is involved now has made this worldwide known case. And I'm sure that those who are listening to this station and me speaking and the rest of the media out there, that anybody that has information must please come forward. They must not be scared. They can contact us. You can put our detail at the end of the show, and all my information, you have it. Information will be treated with the utmost confidence and privacy, because the fear why people don't come forward is the fear that they will be exposed or known or have to testify. This is not how it works with a kidnapping case. Your information will be kept extremely private and confidential, but get us the information. Then we can get it to the relevant authorities and other people that are involved assisting with this case, in order that we can deal with these criminals and get the kids back. That is the first route that needs to be taken.
Okay, can I just ask you for your details here, please? Can you give me your details so we can...
Yeah, I'm going to give it over the phone, but I have WhatsApped it to you, and that complete WhatsApp of mine, the electronic business card, could be placed with the podcast or with your on your website. It's
okay, brilliant.
That's Mike Bolhuis Special Investigations, 082 44 76 116. But I would advise that my complete electronic business card, which is self-explanatory, is available, because you might, people might like to go on Facebook or on one of our platforms and give information in another way, or speak to another of my investigators. There's about 30 investigators there which could be contacted. There's women there. There's quite a few people that could be contacted, and there's quite a few ways to contact us. But be that as it may, we are available with anybody that has information. Secondly, the police must be supported and cannot necessarily held accountable and said that they are corrupt, not doing their work. They might have very little evidence, as I know there is. Kidnappings are usually done in such a way that it leaves very, very little information behind. In other words, they would take the children with the least possible witnesses, where there's no CCTV footage, and so forth and so forth. They plan a kidnapping thoroughly. Kidnappers, that kind of criminal, is an intelligent criminal. They will have a leader, and they will have their assistants that will help them. But the leader will make sure and organize and orchestrate everything, leaving behind the least form of information. And then thirdly, you've mentioned the most important thing. We are, as believers, we must pray and beg God that God's will be done. And we know that God has a heart for children and families, and we pray that God will step in and deal with these criminals severely, and will assist us with knowledge and discernment and information, and the authorities as well. And if we all work together and we all keep our hand in God and our faith in God and beg God for his assistance in this matter, I'm sure we'll get the kids back and we'll catch the criminals.
Please, God, yes. Thank you indeed, Mike Bolhuis. We will post all of your information out there, and God be with you and all those people that fight these heinous criminals. And again, it's a Friday. It's the Muslim Sabbath, so to speak. We do pray fervently that the Moti brothers are reunited with their family, inshallah. Thank you indeed. Go well, and God bless.
Oh, well, God bless. Thank you for the opportunity.
9:55 exactly. News and views right here on Salam Media. We'll be talking with Mohammed Tahir in a minute or two about the cycle race.
Kids these days are smart, and when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating